name's Tamao, and I recently participated in UK Regional VGC event, so I'll be going over my team preview and I'll be going over a match I played at the event too. So if we go straight into my team, I have a core of Breloom and Lipard, which was taken as an inspiration from Baz Anderson, who piloted it to first place at Arnhem Regionals, and it's a very strong lead combination. So if we look at Lipard, it's full-on support. It's just a really annoying Pokemon to play against. It's Fake Out, Encore, Foul Play, Swagger. So obviously the Swagger Foul Play synergy going on there, so you increase their attack and then do more damage with Foul Play. If you ever catch them using Protect, you can use Encore to Encore them into Protect. It's just very annoying to play against, and has Mental Herb because it's a support Pokemon. So you don't want it to get taunted or anything like that. Next up we have Breloom, also another very annoying Pokemon to play against. The main move is Spore. You put Pokemon to sleep, you make them useless for at least one turn, and hopefully for up to 3 turns, and you go to town on them whilst they're asleep. It has a Technician boosted Bullet Seed and Mach Punch, so you're hitting very hard even with these weak moves. And it is Jolly Max Speed just to make sure that you get the Spore off and hopefully preserve your Focus Sash for that extra turn. Next Pokemon is my Mega of the team, is Kangaskhan. Kangaskhan's just a generally very strong Pokemon, and I've been using it ever since it's come out, so I felt it was right to just use it here. As you can see, I have quite a weird moveset in which I have both Fake Out and Protect, mainly because people expect one of both, but not both. So people see the Fake Out and then expect you not to have Protect, so then they might double up on the Kangaskhan the next turn. That's when you Protect and you waste the whole turn of their attacking. So I found it was just a very strong option to have, and I ran Double Edge over Return just for the extra damage output because it's Adamant Max Attack and Max HP, actually 0 speed investment. Next is Terrakion. This is just a generally strong Pokemon, another physical threat for the team if I do not want to bring Kangaskhan for whatever reason. Max Speed Lumberry just to stave away the burn for a turn or Spore if whatever comes my way. And a very standard moveset apart from Iron Head. I brought Iron Head just because if you look at my team overall, it is incredibly weak to Fairy. So I need one Iron move or a Poison move just to deal with that, or help me deal with it, and it did come into play actually, so it was a very useful move to have. The penultimate Pokemon is Hydreigon. I needed some kind of special presence on my team, a special attacking presence, and I felt like Hydreigon just covered a lot of bases and is just in general a very strong Pokemon. Life Orb just to give it a damage boost whilst not having to lock it into a move with specs, and just a 3 attacking coverage spread with Protect. It's very standard. And finally we move on to the second support Pokemon of the team, which is Cresselia. It's Icy Wind support for the team, which is why I ran max HP, max attack on Kangaskhan, just so that I can get away with having a tanky Kangaskhan, because I can Icy Wind my opponent and hopefully outspeed it next turn with that. Other than that, I didn't want it to be full on support. I wanted to have some kind of impact, so I did pack it with Calm Mind and enough investment to hopefully 2-shot Landorus with Icy Wind. So that was my team for the day, and I'll take you into the match. So here we have the match. I actually get paired up against my good friend Ben Pollock, who is part of my team in the trading card game, which is a bit of a shame, but it is what it is. So I lead with my standard lead of Breloom and Lipard, and we've been testing, so we know basically what each other are going to do the first couple of turns. And I play very predictably, which puts me on the back foot, but anyway, I'm going to do the standard Fake Out onto Whimsicott, stop any support move, and Spore onto Blaziken. Because if he wants to Protect, then I can Encore it into Protect, and basically nullify him for a couple of turns. He does Protect, but he's going to make a very good move and switch out. So I can't catch him with the Encore, but I do Spore that target. So whatever he does bring into that spot is either going to be encored, either Blaziken's going to be encored into Protect, or his new Pokemon is going to be Spored. So I was okay with this. However, he actually goes very aggressive with his Whimsicott and pulls out the surprise Moonblast on my Lipard. As you can see, as I said, my team was very weak to Fairy, and he one-hit KOs my Livehard actually, and that caught me off guard, and there's my support gone for the rest of the game, so I can't be annoying with Livehard anymore, which is a shame, because Livehard's actually very good against Dagger Slash, very good counter. But I've put it to sleep, so it's actually alright. Now, I bring in Terrakion because I know he can't one-hit KO Terrakion or Breloom with Moonblast because of Focus Sash. So I decided to double target it. This is where having Iron Head came in very handy because I can essentially two-hit KO, one-hit KO by double targeting with Terrakion and Breloom, Bullet Seed and Iron Head. So that's Whimsicott gone, and that's actually a huge deal because having his fairy Pokemon gone is very important for me because obviously, as I said, my team is very weak to it. So he's going to bring into Tyranitar, and that's a very, very strong play because no matter what, at the end of this turn, Breloom's going to die unless I switch it out, and I'm not really feeling switching it out. So I'm just going to put a little bit of damage onto the Aegislash whilst I can with it. The Protect on Tyranitar is very obvious, so I'm not even going to bother trying to Mach Punch it because it's just going to be a useless turn for my Breloom. And I want to do something whilst I can with it. So I do double target the Aegislash, and this is very relevant because it's now within range of a Dark Pulse KO from my Hydreigon. So I'm going to let the Breloom die this turn, and I'm going to bring in my Hydreigon. Now this puts me in a very strong position because, as you can see, the matchup is amazing for me. I've got my Dark type attack for his Ghost type Pokemon, and I've got my Fighting type attack for his Rock and Dark Pokemon. So I'm just going to go straight for the close combat on his Tyranitar. It's going to one-hit KO it very easily, and going to Dark Pulse the Aegislash in the same turn. There's no point me trying to predict anything on this turn because at the end of the day, I was in such a strong position where it doesn't matter what I did. Basically, I could just click the strong attacks, and if he switched out or protected, I didn't really lose any momentum. So now this is going to leave a 2-on-1 situation where he brings in Blaziken, and it might look like the game's over, but Blaziken can actually one-hit KO both of my Pokemon, and it will outspeed me after Protect. So I do double target it this turn, knowing that it's going to Protect, and this conditions him to think that I'm just going to double target him next turn as well. But in fact, my plan is to just whittle it down a bit whilst I can with Hydreigon, whilst protecting with Terrakion, because I'm expecting him to want to try and take out the Terrakion, as it is the bigger threat and can definitely one-hit KO Blaziken, whereas Hydreigon is banking on probably a higher roll from Draco Meteor or even hitting Draco Meteor. So that turn plans out exactly how I want it to. I get the Dark Pulse off, and this means that a Draco Meteor will 100% KO Blaziken from this range. He does knock out my Terrakion the upcoming turn after the speed boost with Brick Break, but all I have to do is click Draco Meteor and hope for the, I believe, 90% chance that it hits. And if it does hit, I win the game. If it doesn't hit, I lose the game. It's as simple as that. And as you can see, I got fortunate, I guess, and it hit. So that'll be the game. Thank you very much for watching. See you guys later.